So yeah, so yes, now we'll start. This course is going to be for 30 hours. Okay, so you guys might have already know about this. So it's going to be a 30 hours course. We're going to start with the basic fundamentals of networking, fundamentals of networking. And we'll be almost all the topics that we're going to touch is going to be even the advanced topics also in CCNA, whatever topics that we cover advanced, we're going to touch that as basics only. Right. So usually the time that I spend for generally for CCNA is 120 hours. Okay. So 120 hours, but we're going to shrink the course into 30 hours. So which means you can understand that we're going to have only 25% of the course content, which means kind of a very basic level course. But it will give you a very good understanding about what is networking, how things are working. And maybe, if you're really interested after attending this 30 years of session, maybe you can sign up for our 120 hours of CCNA full course. Okay. So what and all students will be getting from this course? Of course, you will be getting 30 years of training, right? Now, when it comes to the recordings, I'm recording it right now, but I'm not very much sure that whether I'll be sharing the recordings immediately. I'm planning to share the recordings once the whole class is over. Okay, once the boot camp is over, I'll share the recordings with you guys. So stay in the group. That is where I'll update most of the news and all over there. Yeah, so this is a 30 hours course, and the plan for it, I think, Kalyan, if you have any query, you can ask me later. I don't want the class to get disturbed right now. Okay, so yes, fine. So I'll answer the questions later, guys. So we'll just completely finish this now. Yeah, so what and all you guys will be getting is first, of course, you guys will be getting the training and recordings as well. And the next thing is you're going to get access to NG Labs. So we have our own labs over here, NG Labs. You guys will get access to the labs also where you can practice the labs. And many students have asked me this question, right? Will we provide labs to students? Of course, we'll be providing labs to the students. It's NG Labs. I'm not going to use Cisco Packet Tracer because if you guys are from networking background, you know that there is an application called Cisco Packet Tracer, which is from Cisco. We're not going to use that application for all the labs. Maybe first initial very few labs will be using Packet Tracer, and from there we're going to use NG Labs. This is built upon a platform called EVNG. Okay, so EVNG is a platform. Maybe you can just go and search about EVNG, and this is the platform that our lab has been built, and also demonstrate about the lab, how the lab exactly looks like and all. Okay, so we're gonna have NG Labs set up, and we'll give access to all the students who join the course. And the duration is going to be 50 hours. So 50 hours of lab content you will be getting, which is sufficient to practice the course. So 50 hours of lab you'll be getting. That's free for everyone. You guys can sign up and do the labs, whatever I'm demonstrating in the class. For the point. So how to get the lab access and all later classes I'll discuss with you. Right? Maybe in this class I'll demonstrate how the lab's gonna look like. Okay, that's the thing. And in this 30 hours, you guys will not get time to practice the lab. So what I'm trying to explain here is, so let's say I take class for 1 hour, right? And I'm not gonna ask you guys to do the lab for remaining 1 hour. It's not going to be like that. Right? So the whole 2 hours of the session, I'm just gonna take the classes. I'll be doing the lab. I'll be demonstrating it, right? And once the class is over, I'll give the commands, whatever concepts that we discussed, all those commands I'll share with you guys after the class is over, right? I think most of you guys are taking notes also, right? After the class is over, you guys can log into the NG Labs and you can practice the lab, right? So other is going to be. So you guys are not gonna take this 30 hours. So for this 30 hours, you guys will be just audience. After this class is over, right? For every day, once we complete the classes, we'll be, and you guys can access, you guys can log into the NG Labs and practice the lab. Okay, and I strongly recommend you guys to practice the lab because networking is a very interesting course only when you practice labs, right? If you're theoretically just listening to my classes every day, right, at some point of time, what happens is after 2 to 3 days of time, you will feel networking is boring, right? If you want networking to be interesting, definitely labs are very important. And we're gonna have labs for all the classes, guys. Right? It's not that lab is going to be for once in a week or it's going to be for 2 days in a week and all. It's going to be for every day. Every day, whatever topics that I teach, of course, we're gonna do labs on that. I'll be doing the labs on that in the given 2 hours of time. So you can just note the commands and those things. I'll also give you the commands in the group itself, or maybe we have a separate LMS, which also I'll share with you guys later in the group. You can log into the LMS and you can access the commands also, right? So that's something that we can do. Okay. Yeah, so this is how it's going to be. So we're gonna discuss the CCNA basic level, and most of you might have seen the course content, right? That is a other question that I've got from many students, right? What is the course content? What are the topics that we're gonna discuss? See, during the registration form itself, we have given the link for the course, right? Again, I'll show you the course that we're gonna cover in this. Okay. So yes, let me just enable the chat right now, so that if you guys have any queries, you can just ask me. Yeah. So yes, guys, please ask your questions if you have any. Yeah. Am I audible? Yeah. So this course will be free for full time. Of course, yes. This course is going to be a free course only. Yeah, yeah. I'll discuss about the topics that is covered. So, guys, if you really have any good question, please ask me, guys. Yeah, I'll explain everything, guys. Don't worry. Okay. So the first question which I can answer is from Dilip. Yes, of course, Dilip will be giving you this course for free. Of course, once I give you the recording access, the recording is going to be also for lifetime, right? Which means you don't have to, come and attend any other boot camp later. Maybe you can just refer to the recordings. Recordings will be lifetime. It's going to be free, right? No, there is no fees for the recordings. And if you want to go with the full course, right? If you want to go with the full course, of course, there is a fee we include for the full course, right? As I told you, this CCNA boot camp is going to be 25% of the whole course, right? The full course, if you wanted to join, you can contact us. You can personally ping me in WhatsApp if you want to join the full course. Okay. Yeah. So full course is it's paid, but this course and the recordings is completely free. Okay. Yeah, that's the question. And I think Kashyap has got any prerequisite. There is no prerequisite, Kashyap. If you're a person who can access internet, right? If you have that level of computer understanding, that is sufficient to attend this course. There is no prerequisite at all, right? And Akanshka has got a question, like, do we have certificate? Of course, I'll give a certificate for all of you guys. That's going to be a course completion certificate. That's not going to be for everyone, right? Those who completely attends all the sessions in the in this boot camp only get the course completion certificate, right? So course completion certificate will be given for all the guys. Okay, those who completes the course, right? If you are just discontinuing the session and not continuing it, then you guys will not get the course completion. We have a way to track how many students are continuously joining the class and all. So those who are attending the classes continuously, those guys will get the course complete certificate definitely. Okay. So what are the topics I'll cover? I'll discuss in few minutes. Deepak, please wait. Okay, what applications we use? We'll be using Cisco Packet Tracer as well as we'll be using NG Labs. NG Labs is what most of the time we're gonna use, right? So I think Umang has got a question. He's from cybersecurity background. Okay, see, this course is not going to be anything related to network security. It's going to be generally the network understanding. But this course is going to be a prerequisite for understanding cybersecurity, right? So without networking, you cannot understand many concepts in cybersecurity. Networking is very important. So we're not going to discuss about anything related to security point of view. But this course is going to be a foundation for what you're looking for. Okay. Vignesh, I'll check that. Is it possible to share the recordings on daily basis? I'll check that, right? We have not decided anything on it. Yes, Rajesh, your question has been already answered. Yeah, free access to the lab. Yes, that's what I told you. You'll have free access to the lab, but the limitation is 50 hours. Okay. So 50 hours of lab access you will get, right? How to access the lab and all, I'll tell you later. Yeah. So you don't have, Arvind, there is a question from Arvind. You don't need to have any basic level of networking understanding. This course is all about basics only, right? We're just going to start everything from the scratch and we're going to continue till last. Okay, so I'll show the topics that I'm going to cover. Recordings, I'll tell you, Akumar, where to find the recordings and all, definitely. Shiva certification already answered. What is the course for the full course? See, the full course, we are charging it at 8,000 rupees, right? So you will be getting lab hours, right? So for the free course, we are giving 50 hours lab. For the paid course, we are giving 1,000 hours of lab, right? That's for CCNA alone. Okay, so 8,000 is a course fee for the complete course. But for the CCNA basics, which is a free course, we give only 50 hours of lab because lab is very expensive. We cannot give more than 50 hours for all these students because we have many participants over here. Okay. So that's the fees. 8,000 is the fees for the full course. Okay, and Prakash has got a question. He has wanted to join CCNP as well. Prakash, we'll discuss about that personally about CCNP. We are in talk with few trainers regarding CCNP and Palo Alto. I'll update you on that also. Okay, so no need for any networking background because this course is completely from basics phase. You don't have to have any prerequisite knowledge on networking and all, right? Okay. Yeah, Arvind. Yes. Um, for the paid course, maybe if you're joining the question, that's been asked is, will we provide placement support for this course? Maybe once you take the full course, will we provide placement support? See, for CCNA alone, we can give placement support, but if you want to have a placement assurance, then we have a combo course, which is CCNA, and then we have Linux, okay, and then we have AWS. So this is a combo that we offer along with Palo Alto Firewall recordings. Okay, this is the recorded session. Palo Alto Firewall will give us recordings, whereas these three courses are taught live. Okay, we call this program as 100 days placement program. So for that 100 days placement program, of course, we assure placement for the students. Right? Maybe if you're looking for placement support, even if you join the full course, we'll be able to support, but not we cannot assure you. Maybe if you just go for a 100 days placement program, then we can assure you the placement. Okay. Yes, full course content also I'll share definitely. I'll share both. What are the things that you will be learning in the CCNA boot camp, and what are things that you will be learning in the full course? I'll share that also. Okay. Yes, there will be hands-on practical assignments will also be given, which you guys have to definitely do it, right? That's part of the course. So once I do all the labs, I'll give you guys lab access to do the practicals, right? So that's the assignment, right? Whatever I do, the same lab that you guys have to do. That is the practical assignment that we have. Okay, so for 50 hours, there is a question, is there any cost for the lab? For 50 hours lab, there is no cost. That's free for anyone who joins Network Geek. It's a free course. Maybe if you want additional lab hours, maybe you can purchase lab hours alone separately. Maybe if you don't want to take a complete CCNA course, but I just wanted to increase my hours alone, that's possible, right? So you can also increase the lab hours. Okay, yes, of course, notes will be given definitely. I have prepared an ebook for my CCNA students, which I'll share with you guys. So ebooks will be given. So you don't have to take notes for all the classes. Maybe if you want, you can take, but ebook I'll share. Ebook will be given, in which you will have all the topics that we are discussing. Okay, so notes will be definitely given. Okay, already question has been answered, Prashant. The networking background is not required because we'll start everything from the scratch only. Okay, so will I teach firewall for free? We have not decided about firewall bootcamp, Deepak. Maybe in future, if we start, I'll definitely let you know. Any course for Palo Alto and Fortinet? Yes, Raghunath, we are planning to start that also. I'll let you know that. Classroom training available. Yes, we do classroom training also. That is in Chennai. Okay, so I'm based out of Chennai. Our training institute is based out of Chennai. So we have training going on Chennai every day. Just for this session, this for 15 days of boot camp. I've paused my evening training, and I'm just coming over here for the online training. Usually we do have classroom as well as online training. If you're looking for classroom training, then you can come down to Chennai and join our classes. Okay. Yes, yeah, 8 years of experience. I think it definitely will be useful, right? If you're looking for some networking opportunity, Pradeep, then this course will be really useful. Okay. Okay, so Nivya, I can understand your question. Yes, of course, don't worry. This course will definitely give you a very easy understanding about all the networking concepts and devices. Okay. See, this course is completely in English, right? So I'm not gonna teach in Tamil, or I'm not gonna teach in Hindi. First of all, I don't know Hindi. I know Tamil and English. We're gonna have this course completely in English only, right? We cannot have it in Tamil because there are many students who doesn't understand Tamil. They are in the meeting, so we're gonna have the course completely in English only, right? This course is going to be completely for free, and it's going to be in English only. Okay, yeah. So yes, I think Tulasi, I think I've answered your question already. I think that if you're looking for the 100 days placement program, the cost is 25,000. Okay, so yes, I think guys, I'm keep getting questions, guys. We cannot, if I just go with questions, then I'll not be able to take the session. So let's stop this question right now, and we'll continue with the classes. Okay, because I have many plans for this 15 days, right? It's going to be 30 hours of program. Okay, and one thing that I generally observe in this kind of a boot camp is I've not taken any boot camp so far. This is the first time I'm taking for 30 hours boot camp. But generally, this online sessions, generally when someone launches it for free, something that I generally observe from students is, right, on the first day, many students will be coming and joining. Right now, we have somewhere around 400 plus students. Right, that's day one. Okay, so now it's going to it's going to decrease every day. It's going to be, what I've observed is, maybe let's say next day we go for day two. Of course, 400 plus will go for 300 plus, right? And then the count will keep decreasing. First day, everyone is energetic. Everyone is, curious and proactive and knowing, you just want to learn something. But gradually what happens is, that interest will go down day by day. And, that I've noticed, not in my session. I've seen from my other colleagues experience, they take some boot camps. First day, many students, they'll join. The next day is, of course, the count will keep decreasing. I don't want that to happen, guys, because this session is going to be just for 15 days. Whatever work you have, it's going to be consecutive 15 days, right? From August 3 to August 17, right? Consecutive 15 days. Whatever work you have, just, reschedule your work after the class or do it before the class. So please attend my session for next 15 days, right? I mean, did I say 30 days? No, 15 days. It's going to be consecutively for 15 days, 2 hours each session, so 30 hours totally, right? So this is what, if you wanted to really give me some credit, or if you're really, if you have some courtesy towards the free training, please, encourage me every day by joining, right? So if the count is keep decreasing, I know that students are lethargic, I know they don't want to really, come for all the classes. And, additionally, since we are also planning to give recordings, that will make students not to join the live classes. So that is the main reason I'm hesitating with the recorded sessions, right? I don't have any problem in sharing the recording sessions. But thing is, if the count is keep maintaining, then I don't have any problem. If the count is keep decreasing every day, then, we need to take some decisions on the recording. Okay. So yes. Yeah. So we'll start. Again, I'm just gonna disable the chat now. I'll enable the chat later. Okay. So yes. So we'll just have a small poll base. So I just wanted to have this question. I have this question in my mind. How many of you are from Chennai? Just we'll ask. This is the first question, but of course in future I'll ask many questions. So I'll raise a poll. Please answer that. Wait. I'll ask the poll. Don't raise hand. Don't raise hand right now. There is a poll that is coming up, please. Please wait. Answer there. Okay, so there is a poll. You can just go and check that and answer that. Let me launch it. Okay, there you go. Can be somewhere around 70% are from Chennai only. Now it's decreasing. Okay, it's good, right? 60% are from Chennai and 40% out of Chennai. Okay, fine. Thank you, please. I'll end the poll. Okay, so like this, we'll have some interesting questions and answers. I'll ask the poll. You guys have to answer, right? Yes. Okay, see, if you have any other queries, right? Maybe if I have not answered your question in the chat, please, you can ping me in WhatsApp. You can ping to the number which I'm using there in the group. I'll definitely respond in that number. Okay, so let me end the poll. Enough. I think somewhere around 60% is from 60% are from Chennai only. Okay, good. Nice to know. I'll end the meeting. Is thank you. Wait, sorry, not the meeting. I'm gonna end the poll. Sorry. Okay, so I'll share the result also. Yeah, so I think you guys can see the results. Yeah. Okay, let me stop sharing the result. Okay, so yes, so we'll go to the classes. Okay, so first thing is, see, I thought of starting with the technical topics in the first class itself. We'll see how it goes. Maybe if possible, we can start introduction to networking in this class, and we can have the subsequent topics in the upcoming classes. Okay, so yes, let me take my browser and show you the topics that we're going to discuss. Right. So this has been already given to you. CCNA basics. This is a PDF. Maybe I'll share this PDF in the chat also to everyone. Okay, so there is a link that has been shared. Maybe now you can look into my screen. You can see the PDF later. Okay, so this is a session of 15 sessions. Everything is already mentioned over here, whatever I've told previously. Now, introduction networking, right? So that's what the first 45 minutes we're going to discuss on, and then later we'll go with OSA model, and then network devices. See here you have, you can also see the duration that I'm going to spend on, right? So 45 minutes for introduction networking, 120 hours for OSA model, 30 minutes, right? You can just see. And most of the topics you can see, whatever I teach in this course, it's going to be basics only, right? DNS basics. Usually, I take DNS for more than 90 minutes, right? But in this boot camp, we are just doing it only for 30 minutes. DHCP, I used to take it for 3 hours, please. We're gonna deep dive into DHCP in the actual session, in the actual CCNA full course. But this boot camp, we are doing it only for 45 minutes, right? IP classification, all those things. We're gonna discuss submitting also, router security. I used to take this topic for 2 hours. Again, it's 30 minutes over here. You can understand now, literally, this is going to be whatever topic that you see here, the minutes, right? Just 1/4 of what is the actual time that I spend in my CCNA full course. Okay, so these are the topics that we'll be covering. Okay, subnetting will be covering console, telnet, dynamic routing, OSPF basics, VLAN, introduction to VLAN, and then nice TP, ACL, port numbers, NAT, firewall, VPN. Right? This is what exactly we have planned for. Okay, and if you just add all the minutes, it's gonna come close to 30 minutes, sorry, 30 hours. Okay, sometimes I say like this, ignore. That's going to come for 30 hours totally. Okay, and yes, so I have a very rich experience in teaching CCNA guys. So every day, I know I always teach CCNA, and also I not only in networking I teach, I also go to colleges over there. Right, hope you guys know a university called Shiv Nara University. Like it's very popular. It's becoming very popular nowadays. Shiv Nara University, it is in Chennai, as well as in Noida also. So I'm just going to Chennai campus and I'm just teaching cryptography over there and also networks, computer networks, right? So I do go to colleges and teach there as an adjunct faculty. Okay, so I'm one of the faculty over there who's handling networking subjects. Okay, so I have very rich experience and a very good knowledge in networking. Definitely, I'll make the course really interesting. But one thing that you guys have to do is, consistently join the classes. That is very important. The other thing is, do the labs, right? After every class is over, right? Before coming for the next class, you have to do the lab, right? If you're coming directly without doing, see, half an hour it will take to do the lab, or maybe 1 hour it will take to do the lab. If you're coming directly without doing the lab, then what happens is gradually you'll be losing interest towards the subject, right? Networking will be interesting only when you do the lab, right? Networking is a practical subject. You have to learn networking practically. If you keep understanding or if you keep listening to my sessions alone, at some point of time you will feel it boring, and you not have that push to join the subsequent classes. So definitely, if you we're gonna do the lab from tomorrow, maybe I think so, maybe tomorrow or maybe from the third class we'll start the lab. From there, every class we're gonna have some labs. And once I do the lab, please you guys also have to do the lab after the class is over, right? And then join the next class after doing the lab. That way, you can develop your networking knowledge very well, and you can be confident. And also, it makes networking interesting, and it will push you for the upcoming classes, right? You're gonna have this class for very short time, just 15 days, but please make use of this free training. Okay. Yes. So yes, we'll start. Okay. Yes. So as I told you, before I just get into the technical topics, I'll show you the lab space, how our lab is looking like. So there is a URL labs.networking.in, and you guys need to have a login to get into the lab account. I'll tell you how to get the lab login done maybe in the next class or once we start this labs, I'll tell you guys. So now I'm just going to use my admin account to login. This is the labs that we have. It's based on EVNG platform. Okay, so I think this was the lab I was working on in my morning session today. Okay, let me just close this. Yeah. So once you log into the lab, yeah. So you guys can see that the time left here. Okay, I have 33,000 hours, but any guest user who logs into the lab will have 50 hours of lab, right? I have 32,000 hours. Okay, because I'm the admin and I need to teach all the classes, right? So I have credited myself 33,000 hours. Okay, yeah. So now let's get into these are the courses that we have, CCNA. Ganesh, I'll answer your question after some time. Please wait. Yes, so CCNA, CCNA security, these are the courses that we do have here. CCNP, firewall, IFI, cryptography, those things, Okay. So soon I'm planning to have maybe a 10 days boot camp for cryptography. That's very interesting, and it's going to be a free boot camp only. I'm planning to have it, maybe not immediately, maybe after 4 or 5 months, we'll try to have a boot camp on cryptography also. Yes, so let me get into the CCNA folder just to demonstrate how the lab will look like. Okay, so inside this we have multiple folders. We're not going to touch all the folders, guys. This is a lab for my complete CCNA classes. Okay, but for our classes, we're not going to touch every lab, but just to show you the demonstration of how the labs look like, I'm getting into this folder and starting out into routers. Let me just take this lab, right? Once I click on this, you'll be able to see some devices over there, and this is nothing but a router. Right? We'll discuss about this later. This is nothing but a router icon. We all have routers at home. Most of you are joining this session, either you're using your mobile hotspot or maybe you're using Wi-Fi, right? So Wi-Fi router is there. So that is what this is also. This guy is also router. Okay, just give me a minute, please. Let me just put my phone on silent. Yes. Yeah. So now we just start. This is the very good thing about this lab is right. The working. So just you start this lab. So everything is already ready, right? And once you right click and start this device, the device is gonna start. This is the lab that I'm gonna use to demonstrate all the topics in this course. And even you guys will also get the same lab access to practice ER3 labs. Okay, so yes, when I click on this device, right, you can just see the Windows machine is booting, right? It's a virtual platform, right? It's not a simulation, it's a virtualization, right? There are many differences that we have between virtualization and simulation. Simulation is just a limited setup, but virtualization you get 100% of whatever you do. Okay, so this is a virtualization platform, and also here you can just right click and start this router, and we're gonna work on this router. This is the main focus of this course. In this course, out of this 30 hours of course, almost close to 20 to 23 hours will be covering the router topics only. Yeah. So when I click on this, you guys can see that I'm getting access to the CLI of the router, right? So now I'm getting access to the CLI of router. There you so you are getting you are seeing the router that's booting up. Okay, now I also have Windows 7 machine over here, which I can just click on and I can access Windows 7 too. Right? This is one of our 50 plus labs that we have, guys. So this is how the lab platform is, right? This is how we're gonna work. We're gonna work on all real-time devices, right? And students have asked me questions already when I discuss about this lab, right? Do we really need to have a very powerful mission, right? That's a very important question that many students will have. Right? Do I need to have a very powerful mission to access this lab? Right? Not at all, right? This lab, all the resources, whatever missions that you start, the mission is running in our server only, right? It's not going to run on your client. It's not going to run on your PC, right? Maybe I'll just tell you what basic requirement is sufficient is. If you have a 2 GB RAM laptop, right? Maybe i3, even an old i3 processor is also sufficient, not an issue. Or maybe even you have some, AMD processor, very low configuration PC is also sufficient, right? Maybe if simply wanted to say, right, in Tamil Nadu, we have a scheme like, school students, they get a government laptop, right? Even if you have some government laptop with you, okay, which is kind of, we always know that the government laptop is very low configuration. So even if you have a government laptop with you, right, the laptop that the government is offering, right, that laptop is sufficient to practice the lab, right? If you have a very, very high configuration laptop, that's okay. But if you have a low configuration laptop, that is also fine to practice the lab, right? Yeah, so that's the question that has been clearly discussed, right? You don't need to have a very powerful software or very powerful PC to do the labs, right? And can I do the lab from my mobile? That question might arise for most of you guys. See, from mobiles, you cannot do labs, guys. From mobiles, you can join online meetings, you can watch recordings, that is fine. But to do the lab, you definitely need to have a PC, right? I believe all of you guys have a PC. Like if you don't have a PC, just try to arrange for it because labs cannot be done through mobiles, right? Because you don't feel it easy to do labs with PCs. Sorry, labs with mobiles. We want PCs to do the lab. Yeah. So yes. Now I think it's clear. So this is how the lab setup will look like, and we have many labs depending on what topic that we discuss. Right, we're gonna work on different lab setups. Okay, I'll be configuring, I'll be doing demonstration, I'll give the commands, and I want you guys to practice after the class. Okay. Yes. Okay. So now let's take questions for next few minutes, and then we'll continue with the technical topic. Yeah. So I'm just gonna give options to chat. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Yeah, you can chat now, guys. You can chat with me. SD-WAN training, Pradeep, we don't have it right now. We are planning it for, but this year there is no plan for SD-WAN. Maybe next year we may plan it. Okay. I think there is a user with the name Z001. Yes, that is Z001. You can also create your own lab, not an issue, but you need to have some technical understanding for that. Okay. So you can do it, right? What are the concepts that we'll be covering today? I think today we'll finish with introduction to networking. That is what maximum we can cover. OSI model, I'll start tomorrow. Okay. Yes. No CCNA collaboration, we don't have, Shankar. We do have CCNA, CCNP, and collaboration trainings we don't have. We have other trainings like Linux, AWS, Azure, and all. Sorry, Amir, we cannot provide the images of the labs. Right? You can check it from the internet and you can get it from there. Right? We cannot provide because our images or most of the images that we use is licensed. We cannot share the images. Tamal, we cannot have a doubt clearing session because this is a very huge meeting. If we start clearing doubts separately for all these students, it won't be possible. But I know what are the doubts generally students will get. Okay, so whatever the doubts that generally students will get, I'll ask that question and I'll clear it myself because just a 2 hour session and we cannot have a doubt clearing session. If we start asking doubts, everyone will start coming with the doubts. Maybe that doubt we cannot cover in the CCNA basics course. Okay, we'll try to have maybe I'll see how it goes. If it's possible, we can have doubt clearing session, but mostly I think it won't be. Okay, so see guys, please rename uh, something that I can call. Okay, so I can see there is a chat VGH29359. I don't know who's that guy. Okay, me and my friend are having some specific requirements, right? What is your requirement? Okay, so job placements, as I told you already, see many questions are repeating again. Wait, it has been already answered. Right? This is a free course. You can contact our. You can visit our website for our placement program. We have few placement programs also. Yes, we have a cybersecurity course also, but that is specifically cybersecurity specialist, and we don't have any live classes going on right now. But we do have recorded sessions of the previous batch. Okay, so yes, Hari, the one that I'm accessing, the one that you're gonna access is going to be a cloud-based lab only. So I'm just keeping few questions, guys. Shiva, yes, CCNA certificate, you can get it from this course. I'll give a free CCNA bootcamp certificate. If you want, you can also join the paid training and get the official CCNA course completion, the training certificate. Yes, ROK, Mary, you can follow the classes. You'll be able to understand. Okay, you see, I can see many people are asking what is the fees for this course, what is the fees for that course and all. Okay, yes, many messages are coming to me. I cannot answer all the questions right now. Yeah, yes, guys, see, if I couldn't answer your question here, please ping me personally in WhatsApp. I'll be able to answer over there. Okay, yeah, so we'll start now. Yes, so we're just gonna discuss about the first topic. Yes, we also have CCNA training in Zoom also, right? The full course CCNA training is available online also, right? Yes, like how I'm teaching here, you can also have come and join for the full CCNA course. Yes, let me stop the chat right now. Yes. See, how can we access the recording? I'll tell you. Please wait. There is a platform that we have where you can access the recording. I'll just inform all these things in the group itself, right? Please stay in the group. Yeah, so we'll start with the introduction networking then. Okay, yes. So we'll start with the first technical topic. I think let me pause the recording or maybe we can stop the recording right now and then start the recording so that we can have the specific that topic alone. I don't want to combine all the recordings for 2 hours because most of the guys will not see the recordings if it is for 2 hours. So let me stop the recording. We'll have the introduction session first. That's the first part, and I'm going to stop and start the recording again so that we can directly have the networking introduction.